This is the Java API. API stands for Application Programming Interface, and this is the window into the Java library. What's the library? Well, there is a collection of Java code which you can access from your program, and it is documented here. Now, that collection of code is called a library, and the library consists of classes. There are over 3,000 classes in the library. And no one expects you to memorize everything. No one knows everything, but skillful programmers know how to find things. So you should bookmark this site, and you'll probably be referring to it frequently. Now, there are three frames in here. The upper left here has packages. The lower left has classes, and then the main frame contains details of the thing you selected. Now I can scroll this. Can I move that? Yeah, I can move that. So Java classes are bundled together into packages. A package is just is a group of classes that are related, that do similar things. So for example, we're interested in the string class. Now the string class is part of, it's in the Java lang package, which you can see here. Now lang stands for language. And because the classes in this package are used so frequently, you do not have to import those classes into your program. They're there automatically. In fact, all the classes in this package can be used in your program without explicitly importing them. So if I click on the package, let me move this up a bit. For every package, there are a bunch of interfaces. We'll come back to that later. And here are the classes. Now, if you scroll down here, you can see right here is the string class. So if I click on that, I can then see some description of the string class and what a string is and how you can use this. And then down in the next section, and we'll get into some of this stuff later in semester 2, but a class contains three things: fields, constructors. Constructors are what you use to make objects of a class. And we're interested in the methods. So here's a list of the methods for the string class. And I believe the one we're interested in, yes, is called the equals method, which is right here. Now notice if I hover, that's a link. It's telling us right off the top that when you invoke this method, you will get it, the method will return a Boolean value. The method expects one argument to be passed to it, and that argument is of type object. Now, the class object, again, we'll get into this in detail later in semester 2, but there is a class called object, and it's the mother of all objects. So I can pass any kind of object to the equals method, which means this equals method is implemented for all classes. So if I click on the class name, it gives some details about how to use the class. It tells you how it works, so it's going to compare this string. Now, some string in your program is invoking this method, and then you will pass another string as an argument to this method, and it will then compare the two strings and tell you if they're equal or not, simply by returning a Boolean, true or false. True, the two strings are equal. False, they're not equal. And by equal, it means does each string contain the same characters in the same sequence? So, and that's spelled out here. So the return value is true if the given object or string represents a string equivalent to this string, and false otherwise. So that's a quick overview of how you get around in the API. Now, if we could, I'm just going to head back to the top of the page here. Now, you can turn off frames. I'm not sure why you would want to. Sometimes that's useful if you just want to look at one part of the documentation. I'm going to turn frames back on. Notice here the word deprecated. This deprecated in this context means methods or things that have been that are no longer, it's not recommended that you use them anymore. They're about to be removed. They have not yet been removed from the library, but they will be, and you don't know exactly when, so it's best that you stop using them or don't use them at all. And I think that's about it. Now, there is an index here, but I think it's just better to navigate. Now, the other class we talked about is the scanner class. And now, that happens to be in the Java8 package. So you do have to import that one explicitly. So let's scroll down just for kicks to here is the Java8. So util stands for utilities. And now I'm looking at the classes in that package. Let's skip over the interfaces. Here are the classes, and there are a bunch. And down here we have the scanner class. And you can, there's a description of the class, how it works, what a scanner is. Wow, it's long. And here are the constructors. There are no fields in this class. Lots of ways to create scanner objects. Now we created a scanner object using this constructor, I believe, or perhaps it was this one, the input stream. Yes, I think it was this one. And if you scroll down, you can see some of the methods that we've used. I think we used, I don't know, which ones have we used? I think we used some of the next methods. There we go. Next, find and return the next complete token from the scanner. Here we have next boolean, next byte, next double, next float, next int. Now I think we've looked at these in the reading. So again, very handy, very powerful. Get to know the API. All right, guys, that's it for now. I'm signing off. Thanks.